What do you do on a day when you don't want to sit around and watch the TV and see who's going to win the presidential race? You go to Lake Erie, you go have some fun, you get outside. So rock hounding today was the choice. Picnic, which I forgot the sandwiches, but we had chips and we had French fries and we had our drinks, so we did all right and found some great rocks. Well, here I am at Geneva State Park, Geneva, Ohio. It's November, election day. This is a perfect way to get out and get away from being tempted to look at the election on the television and all the reporting and all the people predicting, and of course nobody knows. I'm really liking some of what I'm seeing here. So there's a really nice piece of unakite. That's a beauty. Nice size and everything. That piece of quartz there is pretty. I pick up a lot of this stuff just because I have a little bit of a soft spot for quartz. That is some of the Geneva slag. And that is a nice piece of gneiss. That would polish up really good. Looks like a little bit of garnet in there. Very nice. And there's a real beauty. Don't you love the pattern? Pretty rock syndrome kicking in. I like seeing the calcite filling up all those little cracks. That's a very interesting piece of fossil soup. We got some brachiopods in there. Man, I don't know what those other things are. You know, they're not crinoids, I know that. Although there are crinoids in there. Very interesting. And I love this, I love the quartzy material with the green in it. And there's, I'm seeing quite a bit of that right now. There's another piece of it. There's some more. Nice. That kind of has the look of an agate. I don't believe it is. Might be a fossil of some kind, or a stroma. It's got some great lines in it. Well, that one, beautiful rock. Interesting shape with some crystals embedded. Looks like a lot of epidote, and then that dark, I'm not sure, but what that's. Maybe basalt. Can those two live together? Another rock with these quartz crystals embedded. Maybe you might say an inclusion. There's a pretty granitoid. Pretty unakite. And my first piece of urbanite that I've seen. My hand doesn't want to hold it. Interesting though. Another little piece of beach glass. And another one. And my wife has decided she's going to start singing these. So even if they're real little, they still add a lot of interest. You know, sometimes the urbanite like this is so striking, you can see why people want to hang on to it. And this, what this looks like is some of the slag embedded in concrete. I could be wrong about that too. And you don't have to look very far. See another nice chunk of feldspar with another friend along. That looks like the big brother of that other piece of urbanite, but of course this is not slag in it. Okay, look what we have here. This is fossilicious. Especially that right there. It's very much like it's a fossil. That part looks very much like a cold water agate. I've never found one of these before. But what I understand from other people is that this is maybe a beer can. It's aluminum, it's very light of course. And they got crunched up and thrown in and it's just been bouncing around and it looks cool. But it's just a beer can. It's gonna have to go home with me because I can't leave that here. Another beautiful piece of quartz. You get a lot of this because we are part of the Sharon conglomerate, and you find it a lot of different places. All these little quartz pebbles that are in the conglomerate mixture. Looks a lot like a chain coral. I don't think it is, but it does. That's what it looks like. Okay, gang, you tell me. What do we have here? And I believe that is urbanite. Brick. What do we have here? You tell me. Cladipora. What do we have here? Quartz. Milky quartz. What do we have here? Well, it's a granitoid, but I believe that reddish that you see in there, that is garnet. There's a little bit of green right there, tiny bit. I'm guessing that's epidote. You tell me, what's that? Unakite? You tell me, what's this? That's a tricky one. The green, epidote, the white, quartz, the red. What's that one? Well, it's another granitoid, I believe, but the red is feldspar. What's this? A little bit of slag. Kind of a pretty little piece if you like texture. More granitoid. And this one, there's an actual name for that I can't think of right now. And then this is a little bit more, what I would say is feldspar. And looky here, what we have right here. Look at what we had here. Unakite. Nice. factoid. So my friends, is that interesting to you? That's interesting to me. It's quite an interesting conglomerate. Maybe not technically a conglomerate. It's got a lot of stuff in it. Looks like some jasper, some epidode, some feldspar, ooey gooey, all coming together to have fun as a rock. That's gorgeous. Quartz and feldspar. Ugh. And I'm just very drawn to little bits of red in there. I might have to take that home just for the fun of it. You know, you can kind of tell a fossil. Just the look of a fossil. It's so different. They just pop out on the beach. Of course, before any scientists knew anything about fossils, they said that those were just rocks sporting. S-P-O-R-T-I-N-G. I guess they had the idea that that was just a rock having fun. I got to find out the definition of that. But that's what they said. It was sporting. Looks like a mushroom, doesn't it? That's cool. That is an interesting mineral in there. At first I thought it was sandstone, and it might be. But this part here appears to be quartzite. Sometimes I think we have some very strange combinations here in Lake Erie, but that's what makes it fun and interesting. You see what I see? It's just a gorgeous piece of unakite, just laying there minding its own business, not even aware of how gorgeous it is. Then there's this little sister, also just gorgeous, just amazing. Okay, I'm not picking up any more unakite. Look at the fracturing there. I'm saying that's shirt. And a mighty fine piece too. I haven't thrown it down yet. I'm still thinking. Would you look at that beautiful piece of quartz just laying there? And I'm not going to say it, but see what's next to it? And how can you resist something like that? Put that in your rock garden? How can you resist something that looks like that? Put it in your rock garden, put it anywhere. That's going to get noticed. November is being very good to us. The sound of those waves, very relaxing. Election day, you know, whoever ends up getting in, probably not going to find out till tomorrow anyway. And I think I'll probably be still alive a week from now, no matter what. Now that's an awesome wishing stone. If I was to wish for a president in my mind, very cool. But we want something different. So appear before us, something different. There's a nice chunk of that slag. It's not different, but it's pretty big. Sort of thought it was fossils at first, but it isn't. Some kind of a crystallized inclusion in what appears to be quartzite. That's beautiful. That greenish quartz. Is it epidote? Is that what it is? Love the banding there. That's a real beauty. The contrast there is incredible. That is different. So you got some epidote, something that looks fossilicious. Yes, fossilicious. I see a little crinoid in there. Is that possible? So then that can't be basalt, so that dark is some kind of sandstone, not sandstone, siltstone maybe. That's different. I like it. You know, when I don't know what something is, I like to go home and research it. Of course, that doesn't help you. Well, it's fossilicious, but I can't tell what it is. There's not enough of any one thing to know. It's just a bunch of little chunks. There's some pretty sandstone. Did you think Lake Erie had this much variety? In a way, this is more like Superior. At least on this day. Should I keep that? I think that is a pretty awesome wishing stone. Everything that glitters is gold, right? No. But I wish that was gold. Gold rides, what does it ride? It rides an iron horse. That's not iron. Show us something different. Okay, that's nice. That's quartz and epidote. And the epidote is all brecciated, broken up. I'd like to see some that's interesting. It looked fossilicious, but maybe this part is. That part looks like it's silicified, but then that part isn't. So it's another little puzzle. That is different. Show us something different. More aluminum. So you can tell that's a aluminum can. We'll take that trash out of here. Well, I see brachiopods there. Little bits crinoid. Fossilicious. Little bits of platypora there. There. Very nice. Very not nice. All right, here's that other little beach that's just down the road a little bit. And I found some nice things here in the past. So let's take a look what's here today. I love seeing that quartz vein going through there. Similarly, quartz just has a way of doing all kinds of crazy things. Take a look at that beauty. Piece of sandstone. Yeah, and I suppose I would be remiss if I left this little beauty right here, let it get pounded some more. These rocks are just so dreamy looking. I'm guessing the black is mica. You've got quartz and you've got some epidote in there. That's a beauty. Now when it's got a little bit of bluish purplish tint to it, that piece of beach glass, that might actually be radioactive. So, but I'm taking it home. I love these, but I don't need it. That's a nice piece of horn coral. Right there, fossilicious. More of that same kind of material. It's gorgeous. Fossil soup. Look at the little star there. Brachiopods and so forth. Urbanite. It's trying to be something. I love just the look. Just the look of that. Now, if I was up on Lake Superior, I'd say that was an Omar. But I doubt if it's an Omar here on Lake Erie. It is what's called a hagstone, though, with a hole all the way through it. Not that I really care about hagstones, but hagstones are collectible. That's a nice conglomerate. Quartz and quartzite all brecciated in there. That's nice, actually. Very gravelly. Now, I know I said I wasn't going to pick up any more unakite, but this is a different beach. And look at this. Right next to it is a nice piece of that kind of a blue toned slag. It's kind of pretty. There's another one of those looks like an Omar, but really? Here? Very chalky. Maybe some sort of limestone, actually. Nice. Not nice, G-N-E-I-S-S, but cool. Wow, this is pretty amazing. It's gonna have to stay here.
Thanks for watching and coming along with me on that rock hounding trip. There's gonna be more.